Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Fall Classic. The 1983 season is on the air. Today's date is August 31st, 1983. This is the final day of the season. The pennant race will begin on September 3rd. We are set and ready to go for a big game here at Exhibition Stadium. The first time we've been here in this season. A huge American League East matchup between the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Orioles come into this game a record of 80-48. And at the moment, the Orioles are a very healthy 2.5 game. They are a game and a half. What was it here? They are 2.5 back of the Yankees for first. The Toronto Blue Jays are 74-59, and they are in the moment in 5th place, but they only trail the Detroit Tigers by 3.5 games for 3rd. So a very important matchup here. It looks like these teams are going to finish above 500. A win today by the Orioles guarantees at least a non-losing season. Another win tonight in 10-minute ticker guarantees qualification. The New York Yankees have already clinched a qualification. They've qualified. They have not clinched a playoff berth yet, however. But they have a chance to get into the postseason. So a very big game here at Exhibition Stadium. Ginger Beer 327 is first to join us here at Exhibition Stadium. The Orioles historically won this game. They crushed the Blue Jays 10-2. They had 13 hits and an error. The Blue Jays can only manage 4 hits. But Fall Classic has a very potency to pretty much give you anything you want. So it could be a very interesting matchup tonight, as these two pitchers will go at each other, and a very important game in the AL East. So, without further ado, let's get started. Starting pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays tonight is Jim Gott. 9 wins, 14 losses, a 149 whip. Jim Gott gave up 6 runs in the historical game. He will be a C pitcher tonight. So we will not have his best stuff, but we'll see maybe if the Orioles will take advantage of that tonight. We are at Exhibition Stadium. Bobby Cox is the manager of the Blue Jays. Joe Altobelli, manager of the Orioles. I forgot that Bobby Cox actually managed Toronto. I totally totally forgot that he pitched. He was the manager of this team at one point. So if anything, we're all set and ready to go. Let's go to the top of the first here in a big game at Exhibition Stadium. XSG2 joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. It is time to play some baseball. Leading off for the Orioles will be the center fielder, Al Bumbry. I always felt Bumbry was a very solid player. 275 average, 3 homers, 31 RBIs, and 83. And we're going to use blue, white, and white dice. Blue Jays are the home team, and we are set and ready. And XSG2 now joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. One of the weirdest ballparks, I think, that were weirdest ways they got this thing going. But let's see what Fall Classic has to say tonight. 64, that is going to be an out, and it's going to be a fly ball to left field. That'll be handled by Dave Collins, and he will make the play easily, and that is out number 1. Next batter will be the right fielder, Jim Washer and Dwyer. 286 average, 8 homers, 38 RBIs that year. Pitch from Gott, 41, and that's going to be a walk, and Dwyer will trot to first. So the first walk given up by Gott. And now here comes the shortstop, Hall of Famer, Cal Ripken. Absolutely no doubt. 318 average, 27 homers, 102 RBIs. Dwyer on at first. He's going to stay there. Gott will go ahead and deal. 35, and that is going to be a base hit. That'll be a single. And let's see what that is. That is going to be a base hit to right field. And if first to third will hold, but if there's one out, it's an assist. So Jim Dwyer is actually going to try for third as Ripken's at first. So Dwyer's actually going to try for third, and that is hit. And that is hit to the right fielder. Right fielder is Barfield, and he has an assist rating of 6, which means Dwyer is going to be a dead duck, and he's thrown out at third base. 2 outs. I'll still roll the 6. Let's see what it is, and it is a 6. And actually, if I'm right, there might be a. Let me check to see. There's something on that, though. On the assist chart, I want to see something real quick. If I'm correct, if a roll is a 6, I think there's also a possible error. But let's see what happens here. Timeout, as I'm still learning a little bit of this. So Dwyer, I think, is automatically out. But on an assist, let's see here. Roll a D6 if less than equal to the runner is out. Very accurate assist ratings. Yes, I know. And let's see. There's something about if a possible error. I don't know if there is an error. It depends on what is rolled. I'm trying to find that here. So give me 1 minute. So I just want to check something out. And I don't see. I know I saw it someplace, but I'm going to say it's an automatic. I'm going to say it's an out, and it is. So Jim Dwyer is going to be thrown out at third base, and that's going to be out number 2. That's a heck of a throw by Barfield. Barfield has an assist rating of 6, and he's going to be cut down, 2 down. David Vega joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. The next batter will be the first baseman, Eddie Murray, Hall of Famer. Yes, and one of the greatest of all time. 306 average, 33 homers, 111 RBIs in 83. Now 2 outs as Dwyer tried to take third, but he was gunned down by Barfield. Ripken on at first. Pitch from Gott, 43, and that's going to be ball 4. He's going to walk him. Gott is a C pitcher tonight, and that's going to hurt him. So now runners at first and second with 2 away. And now here's the left fielder, John Let It Be Lowenstein. 281 average, 15 homers, 60 RBIs in 83. Runners at first and second here. They're on the top of the first. Big game in the American League East. Pitch on the way. 65. That's a possible home run. 1 to 11. -3 is 8. That is a 3. And that's going to be good enough. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, John Lowenstein. Stadium groans. That's a 3-run bomb by John Lowenstein. That was a 65. It's a 1 to 11. -3 would make him an 8. That's a 3, and that's going to be gone. And the Orioles take a quick 3-0 lead here in the top of the first. And that would have been pretty much a good home run with a 3. The only way, only if Gott was an A pitcher, it's the only way he would not have given that up. But he is a C pitcher tonight. So the Orioles take a quick 3-0 lead. Here comes the Baltimore designated hitter, Ken Singleton. 276 average, 18 homers, 84 RBIs. Gott will pitch. 24, hit by pitch. 1 + 1 is a 2. That is a 2. He hit him. Wow, Gott can't get out of the inning. You got to be kidding. A hit by pitch is a 1. Gott has a +1, and that is a 2, and he actually hit him. First hit batter of the game. It will keep the game going, the inning going. And here comes the second baseman, Rich Dower. 235 average, 5 homers, 41 RBIs. So far, it doesn't look like the Blue Jays are going to get a lot of good rolls here. John Haverly joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. Pitch, 15. That's going to be an out. It's going to be a ground ball to third. That'll be picked up there by Rance Mullenix. And he's going to throw to second to get Singleton. And the inning will be over. 3 runs, 2 hits, a hit batter, a couple of walks. A 3-run bomb by John Lowenstein. And we go to the bottom of the first. Yeah, Gott was a starter. He started 30 games in 83. Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles tonight is Mike Boddicker. 16 wins, 8 losses, a 108 whip. Boddicker only gave up 2 earned runs in the game historically. He is an 8 pitcher tonight, so it makes things a lot more difficult for the Blue Jays. Leading off for Toronto, the left fielder, Dave Collins. 271 average, a homer, and 34 RBIs that year. 3-0 already in favor of the Orioles. 25, that's going to be an out, and it's going to be a hard line drive right to right field. That'll be gloved by Jim Washer and Dwyer, and that's out number 1. Next up is the third baseman, Rance Mulliniks. 275 average, 10 homers, 49 RBIs that year. Boddicker will pitch. 16, and that is an out. It's a grounder to first. That'll be taken care of by Murray, and he's going to take it to the bag himself for out number 2. Next up, the center fielder, Lloyd Moseby. 315 average, 18 homers, 81 RBIs. Boddicker will go ahead and pitch. 45, and that is going to be an out. It's going to be a fly ball to right field, even though, well, it does say a grounder, but with a G, well, it's a ground ball. We'll make it a grounder to, let's see, he's batting from the left side. We'll make it a grounder to second. That'll be handled there easily by Dower, and he'll throw to first for the out and retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. 3-0 after 1. I think it is Jim Dwyer or Jim Washer and Dwyer, something like that. Could also be known as Jim Dwyer Straits. Who knows? A lot of things you could do with his last name. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Blackbirds will be Todd Cruz. He's at third base, a 208 average, 3 homers, 27 RBIs. Gott will go ahead and pitch. 14, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field. And Moseby will get to that, and he'll make the play, and that's out number 1. Next up is the catcher, Rick Dempsey. 231 average, 4 homers, 32 RBIs in 83. Gott will pitch. 13, and that's a fly ball to center as well. And once again, that'll be Moseby to get to that. And that's out number 2. And now Bunbury. Bunbury is 0 for 1. Gott, they'll go ahead and pitch. 54, that's off the wild chart. And that's off the wild chart here. Would help if I had these right way here. That's off bases empty wild chart. Go to Wilder chart. So now we'll go to bases empty wild chart. Foul pop up behind the plate. Catcher fighting it. Roll D20 versus error rating to see if he drops it. So the catcher for the Blue Jays is Ernie Witt. His error rating is only a 2. He's not going to make an error. He's going to go ahead and make the play. If he catches the pop out to the catcher, and he will make the play, and that will retire the side. Pop out to the catcher. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. As Gott comes back with a better inning, we'll go to the bottom of the second. And let's see. Leading off for the Bluebirds will be Willie Upshaw. He's at first base tonight, 306 average, 27 homers, 104 RBIs. That's a pretty darn good year. Boddicker, he'll pitch. 35, that is going to be a fly ball to left. Lowenstein will get to it and make the play for the out, 1 away. Here's the Toronto designated hitter, George Orta, another underrated player. 237 average, though, 10 homers, 38 RBIs. Not one of his better years in 83, though. Pitch from Boddicker, 62. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for Boddicker. He had 120 of them in 83. Here's the catcher, Ernie Witt, 256 average. He had 17 homers and 56 RBIs in 83. Boddicker, he will deal 22, a walk 1 to 8, a walk 9 to 15. That's a 5. And Witt actually gets the steal sign with that. That's a ball 4. Which means Witt is a chance to steal, but with 2 outs, he's not going to do that. I'll call that off automatically. And now we'll see the right fielder, Jesse Barfield. Always felt Barfield was solid. 253 average, 27 homers, 68 RBIs in 83. 2 outs. Witt will stay at first base. 3-0 already in favor of the O's. Pitch from Boddicker. 44. 1 to 10's a double. That's going to be a single instead. That's a 17. And that is going to be a base hit to left field. Witt will hold at second base. And now the Blue Jays got something going on. So Barfield comes away with a big-time hit. And time out for a quick minute here because I did not do these cards right. I mixed them up pretty bad. Let's see here. Get that. That's better. Give them a quick shuffle. Okay. Now we get back to the action. So now runners at first and second. The next batter is Garth Orge. He's at second base, 275 average, 2 homers, 39 RBIs. Doug Hutt joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. 3-0 in favor of the Orioles. We're already in the bottom of the second, but the Blue Jays got something going on. Pitch from Boddicker, 13, and that's going to be an out. That's going to be a grounder to short, taken care of there by Ripken. And he's going to throw to second again, Barfield. And that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, and a walk. Still 3-0 in favor of the Blackbirds. I know a lot of people say Blackbirds. I mean, Orioles. Well, Orioles are black, although they do have orange bellies. But they're mostly black, actually, I believe. We go to the top of the third. Blackbirds and Bluebirds tonight. Leading off for the Orioles will be Jim Hairdwyer, and he walked his first time up. Gott, he's a C pitcher tonight. Gott will pitch. 36, that's going to be a base hit. Dwyer will get a base hit. He'll hit the first. So Dwyer reaches first for the second time tonight, and it will bring up Ripken. Ripken got a single his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Dwyer at first. Gott will pitch. 11, base hit for Ripken. That's a single. And that's going to be a base hit to left field. Jim Dwyer is a fast runner, and he's going to get to third. So Dwyer with a fast runner there, he'll make it there. And now the Orioles got runners at the corners and no one out. And here comes Murray. Murray walked his first time up. Runners at first and third. The Blue Jays are going to stay back and try to turn 2 if possible. Gott looking in on Murray, and the fans here at Exhibition Stadium know that this game is important. But right now, it looks like the Orioles are looking here. Gott will pitch. That's a 32, and that's going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly out to center field. Fly ball to center field. That's out number 1. Third base, runner on third holds, advances versus weak arm. Center fielder for Toronto is Mosby. He has a strong arm. He will not score. It'll be out number 1. Nice play there by Mosby to throw it in, and now there is 1 out as Murray hits it into center. And here's Lowenstein. Lowenstein hit a 3-run bomb his first time up. 1 out. Blue Jays are staying back. Gott will pitch. 33, that's a walk. And now the bases are loaded. So now the bases are full of Blackbirds. And now the dangerous Ken Singleton coming up with the bases loaded. Singleton got hit by a pitch his first time up. They go talk to Gott on the mound, see if he's can do anything here. And Singleton has a chance to blow it wide open here. 3-0, top of the third already in favor of the O's. Gott will go ahead, settle in, and he'll pitch. 16, and that is going to be an out X. That's going to be a ground ball double play. It's a grounder to third, picked up there by Mullenix, onto Orge, onto Upshaw, double play, inning over. 5-4-3 double play, no runs, 2 hits, and a walk. And the Orioles get nothing. Good day, sir. Wow, Singleton grounds out into an automatic double play. And he did that a lot. And will now go to the bottom of the third. Ben Wicks joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. Leading off for the Blue Jays will be the shortstop, Alfredo Griffin. 250 average, 4 homers, 47 RBIs. Boddicker, they'll go ahead and deal. And 14, and that is going to be a grounder to first base. Murray will take it himself to the bag, 1 out. Here comes Collins. Collins is 0 for 1. Boddicker, he's an A pitcher tonight. 54, that's off the 54 chart. Bases empty, Wild, single to left field. Now roll versus error rating for an extra base. Left fielder for the Orioles is Lowenstein. His error rating is a 5. That is a 5, and that is going to be an error for an extra base. Collins will go to second. I did not use that D20 yet, and that will be used. So that's going to be a single and an error on Lowenstein. So Collins will make second. So base hit and an E7. First error on the Orioles. They did have an error in the game historically. So Collins winds up at second as he misplays the ball. A chance now for the Blue Jays to maybe get a run. Here's Mullenix. Mullenix is 0 for 1. 3-0 Orioles. Boddicker will pitch. 31, and that is a single 1-12, but this automatically becomes a range play single. The first thing I'm going to do, that's a 4. So it would be a single, but it's going to be a range play. So instead, I'm going to use a range play to second base. And that is going to be Dower. Dower wasn't too bad. His range is a 9. But he's not going to get it. It's going to be a base hit, and it'll be a 1-base single. So Mullenix gets a single. And now we got runners at the corners and 1 out. A big chance here for the Blue Jays to maybe get something. And now here's Mosby. Mosby is 0 for 1. 1 out. Bottom of the third, 3-0. Fans here at Exhibition really would like to see the Blue Jays get on board here. Boddicker sets up in there. Mosby will go ahead and ready. Boddicker with the pitch. 43, and that is going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly out to center field. Runner on third will advance. So that means the fly ball to center, that'll be caught by Bunbury. But that's going to be an automatic sacrifice fly as Collins will come in to score. It's now 3-1. So the Blue Jays are on the board on a sacrifice as they do scrape a run in. Now there are 2 outs. And here comes Upshaw. Upshaw is 0 for 1. Are they trading Vlad Jr. if the year does not go well? I'll tell you where Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to play next year. He will be wearing pinstripes, the blue color, okay, with a word on the front with a word on the front of the jersey that says Mets, not an NY. He will be wearing pinstripes next year, but blue pinstripes, not navy pinstripes. He will be playing at Citi Field, not Yankee Stadium. Boddicker will pitch to Upshaw. That's a 43, and let's see. 43, a 1-2 would be a walk. That's a 17. It's not going to be a walk. Instead, that's going to be a fly ball to left field, and it will be Lowenstein to make that play. And that will retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error in a sacrifice fly. But it's 3-1 after 3. Mets new evil. No Yanks. Mets equals new evil empire. Until the Mets start winning, the Mets are not the evil empire. Even though we're spending money, they're not the evil empire until they win 5 World Series in a row. They do that, then I'll call them the evil empire. But I have no problem serving that evil empire. We go to the top of the 4th. And it will be Rich Dower leading off for the Orioles. He's 0 for 1. Now a 3-1 game here in the bottom of the 4th. Gott will go ahead and pitch. 61, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck them out. That is a K. That is the first strikeout for Gott. He had 121 of them that year. Next up is Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 1. Gott, he'll go ahead and pitch. 21, swing and a miss, struck him out. Second strikeout for Gott. And at least right now, Gott is actually pitching better than he did in the historical ball game. Here's Dempsey. Dempsey's 0 for 1. Gott, he'll go ahead and pitch. 12, and that's going to be an out. It's a ground ball to third, taken care of there by Mullenix. Sets up, throws to first, and retires aside. 1, 2, 3, go the Blackbirds. We go to the bottom of the 4th. So far, a much better game than some people thought we may have. George Orta leads off for the Bluebirds, and he's 0 for 1. Vlad on the Mets would probably work well. That would work very well. And as far as Pete Alonso, it's a possibility Vlad would probably be DH. Alonso would probably stay at first. Alonso may be the better fielder, but who knows what they would do. Midlife Crisis joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. Pitch from Boddicker. 11, and that's going to be a ground out to third. Easy play there by Cruz. And he'll toss it over for the out. 1 down. Here's Witt. Witt is at wit's end. That was pretty bad. He walked his first time up. Boddicker will pitch. 61. That's a called strike 3. He is out of there. 2 down. And that is the second strikeout for Boddicker, as Ernie Witt will have to head back to the bench. Here's Barfield. Barfield got a base hit his first time up. Boddicker. 65. That's a possible home run. Boddicker is a 1 to 5. That is a 5. Barfield has no modification, and that's just going to get out of here. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is heading to left field. Going after it is Lowenstein. He leaps at the wall. And that is going to be out of here. Home run, Jesse Barfield. Stadium cheers. Yay! So now it's a 3-2 ball game as Barfield launches one off of Boddicker. As he sends it over the wall, now the batter is Orge. Orge is 0 for 1. Now it's a 3-2 ball game here. Boddicker will pitch. 52, possible strikeout. That's a 4. KD is 1 to 4. That's good enough. Called strike 3 on Orge, and the inning is over. Third strikeout for Boddicker, but 1 run on 1 hit. A solo bomb by Jesse Barfield. 3-2 now after 4. Top of the 5th. Gott can pitch to 27, and Boddicker can pitch to 33 before he tires. But we'll see what happens as the game goes on. Al Bunbury leads off for the Orioles, and he is 0 for 2 tonight. 3-2 in favor of the O's. Gott will pitch. 64. That's going to be an out. It's a ground out to short. Griffin will get to that, and he'll toss it over for out number 1. Nice play by Griffin. And here comes, next batter is Jim Dwyer Need. Everyone knows how you be in dire need, so he is Dwyer Need. And he is 1 for 1, a single and a walk. Hardy har har, I made a funny. Gott will pitch. Gott, 33, single 1 to 9, that's a 12, it'll be a walk. And Dwyer does get the steal sign. So Dwyer walks for the second time tonight. The next batter is Ripken. Ripken is a C hit and run. Dwyer, his stolen base rating is only a 10. I'm going to call off the steal, and I'm going to let Ripken swing. Can I get a block dragon? Boo. Dwyer on at first, 1 out. Gott will pitch. 25, that's going to be an out, and it's going to be a ground out to the pitcher, and with a runner on first, fielder's choice at second, although it does say refer to white die from original roll. If die number roll is a 1, the runner advances. The white die is a 5. That will be a fielder's choice. So Dwyer is out. Ripken takes first. That's 2 away. And now here's Eddie Eat, Drink, and Be Murray. And he is 0 for 1 with a walk. Ripken on it first. 3-2 ball game. Gott actually pitching pretty well. Pitch. 45. That's going to be a fly ball to right field. It's going to be an out. And Barfield will go ahead and get to that one. And he's got it. And that will retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off for the Jays will be Alfredo Griffin. He's 0 for 1. Orioles lead 3-2. Baltimore is 2.5 back of the Yankees for first place in the American League East. The Blue Jays are 3.5 games back of the Tigers for third place. Got to get in the top 3 to make the postseason and must have a winning record. With a minimum of 4 teams, I must have. Boddicker will pitch. 44, that's going to be a single. Griffin will get a base hit. And he will trot to first. The batter now is Collins. And Collins is 1 for 2. Griffin, not really a stealing threat. He'll stay at first. Boddicker will go ahead and pitch. 52, possible strikeout. The 6 says no. So now it's a possible error on the shortstop. And that, of course, is Ripken. Ripken's error rating is a 6. He will not make an error. That is a 5, which means it's an odd number. So Ripken's got it. Throws to second. Throws back to first. Double play. 2 outs. 6-4-3 double play. If D20 odd, it's a ground double play, and that's what that is. 2 down. As Ripken does not make an error, what he will do is make the play. Turns that into a 2-bagger. And now here's Mullenix. Mullenix is 1 for 2. He's got a single. Boddicker will pitch. 64, and that says that's going to be an out G, which means it's going to be a grounder. That's a 3, and I'll make it a grounder. It'll go to first base. That'll be handled by Murray. He'll take it to the bag himself and retire the side. No runs and a hit. 3-2 Orioles after 5. We now go to the 6th. John Lowenstein leads off for Beemore. He is 1 for 1. The 3 runs are because of his home run he hit in the first. So Gott will go ahead and pitch. And that's a 31. That is a range play. And that is a 1. That's an 11. I'm going to make that a range play on the pitcher, and that is Gott. Gott's range is a 7. That is a 13. It'll get past him. It'll be a base hit, and Lowenstein will have a single. So Lowenstein gets a base hit there, and he goes to first. 31s are automatic range plays. And now the batter is Singleton, even though it's not in the rules, but that's what Tony Porter does, and I actually think the rule is necessary because there are 2 error checks on the card, but only 1 range play. Here's a Singleton. He's 0 for 1, but got hit by a pitch. Lowenstein on it first. Gott will pitch. 52, possible strikeout. The 9 is a no. Now it's a possible error, and that is a possible error on second. That is Orge. His error rating is a 7. That is an 18. He will not make an error, and that is going to be a fielder's choice. Picked up by Orge. He'll throw to second to get Lowenstein, and that's out number 1. It's an even number, and that becomes a fielder's choice is what that is. 1 down. Here comes Dower. Dower is 0 for 2. 1 out. Top of the 6th. 3-2 Orioles. Gott will go ahead and deal. 45, and that's going to be an out. And let's see, he's a batting right, so that's going to be a ground ball to short. And double play 6-4-3. A weak arm at second can't turn it. Second baseman for the Orioles is Orge, and he does have a weak arm. That is going to be a fielder's choice, 2 outs. He will not be able to turn the double play. So another fielder's choice because Orge has a weak arm. He will not be able, Dower will beat the throw to first. How about that? Would have been a double play if Orge put a little bit more something on it. And now 2 away for Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 2. Dower on it first. 3-2 Orioles. We got a good game here tonight. Pitch from Gott. 22. That's going to be an out. It's going to be a grounder to second base. And Orge has got it. And he's going to throw to first to get Cruz. And that will retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Orioles. We go to the bottom of the 6th. You can see how well Fall Classic actually flows sometimes. It actually flows very, very well. As I said, I misjudged the game. Bottom of the 6th inning, Lloyd Mosby leads off for Toronto, and he's 0 for 2. Boddicker and Gott pitching a pretty good game. Gott's a C pitcher. He's pitching more like a B pitcher tonight, really. Boddicker will deal 61, and that will be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the 4th K for Boddicker. 1 out for Upshaw. Upshaw is 0 for 2. Boddicker, he'll go ahead and pitch. 16, and that's going to be an out. It's a hard line drive right to short, but that's caught by Ripken for out number 2. Line out right to Ripken, and now here's Orta. Orta's 0 for 2. Boddicker, he will pitch. 35, and that's going to be an out, and that is going to be a grounder. It's going to be actually grounded at the plate. That's going to be picked up by Dempsey. He's got it. He'll throw to first for the out and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Blue Jays. Still 3-2 after 6. On to the 7th. Gott can pitch to one more batter before he tires. He is a C pitcher, which means as soon as he's tired, he gets a D grade, and I'm automatically going to yank him out. Jim Gott was only 23 years old this round. The one thing I really love about Fall Classic cards, it gives you the ages of the players. That is really, really cool. Rick Dempsey leads off for the O's, and he is 0 for 2. Gott, he'll go ahead and pitch. 51, possible strikeout. The 18 is a no. Now that's a possible error. And that is a possible error on the first baseman. That is hit to Upshaw. Upshaw did make a lot of errors. His error rating is a 15. And he easily bobbles one there, and that's going to be an error. And that is going to be a 2-base error, actually. And Dempsey will get to second. That's a 51, and you'll check the 51 as single and error with 2 stars. That is a 2-base error, and that allows Dempsey to get to second. Ouch. That's going to be an E3, and the first error on the Blue Jays in the game. They didn't have any historically, and that puts a big run at second base. Bad error on Upshaw. And now here's Bunbury. Gott is now considered tired, but is now considered tired. So if he gives up another hit, I'm going to yank him out, or gives up a runner. Dempsey on at second, Bunbury at the plate. 3-2 here, top of the seventh. Gott will pitch. 46. That's at the ballpark. That's a 4. And Bunbury's a lefty, and a 4-5 is going to be a double, and that will score the run. Bunbury hits one hard, and that'll be a double past second base. It'll shoot the gap. Dempsey will come around. He will score. It's 4-2 Orioles. Stadium groans. So Bunbury hits a double off the ballpark card. That is a 4, and it's a 4-5 double all score. It's now 4-2. My favorite memory of Gott was on Monday Night Baseball as the closer for the Pirates. They said Hojo is dead red fastball killer. Gott tried to throw one by him. Hojo hit about 600 feet. My only favorite memory of any Met. That's going to be it for Jim Gott. He now degrades in what they call a D pitcher. A D pitcher, pretty much everything in the 30s is a single, and everything in the 40s is a walk. I'm going to go ahead and take him out. He is done, but he actually did a pretty good job tonight. Jim Dwyer Straits is going to go ahead and come out to bat now. And he is 1 for 1, a single and 2 walks. And Blue Jays need a pitcher. And they are going to go with, coming on to pitch for the Blue Jays will be Joey McLaughlin. 7 wins, 4 losses, 9 saves, a 1.56 whip. And he is going to be an A pitcher, which will help. So McLaughlin is a pitcher. And he will come on to pitch against Dwyer. So an RBI now makes it a 4-2 Oriole lead. World's worst gamer joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. Bunbury on at second, and there's nobody out here on the top of the seventh. McLaughlin will pitch. 65 and a 1-17 as an A pitcher's a home run. Dwyer is a -7, which would make it a 10. That's a 7. Dwyer's going to go yard. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Jim Dwyer. Stadium groans. A 2-run bomb by Jim Dwyer, as he got every single bit of that. And the Orioles now take a 6-2 lead on the Blue Jays. As Joey McLaughlin, even an A pitcher, the first thing he does is give up a meatball, and Dwyer turns that into lasagna. And here's Ripken. Ripken is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Yes, that relief pitchers get outs on that other channel. McLaughlin will pitch. Now it's a 6-2 ball game. The Orioles historically won this game 10-2. McLaughlin, 15, and that's going to be an out. And it's going to be a hard line drive right to right field. Barfield's going to get it, and that'll be out number 1. Here's Murray. Murray is 0 for 2 with a walk. Cutter Historical joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. Pitch from McLaughlin. 34, and that is going to be an out. It's going to be a grounder to short. Alfredo Griffin will take care of it. Toss it over, 2 down. And now here's Let It Be Lowenstein. He is 2 for 2, a home run and a single and a walk. McLaughlin will pitch. 56, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck them out. And the inning is over, but the damage is already done. 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error. A 2-run bomb by Jim Dwyer. And it is 6-2 in favor of the O's. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Tonight is the last game for the month of August, and so there will be no baseball tomorrow night. Tomorrow night being Tuesday, I will take the day off. We will return on Wednesday for September 3rd. The 1983 pennant race begins on Wednesday, and we're going to go to Stade Olympique in a huge National League matchup. We've already saw these two teams play earlier, only a few days ago. We're going to see them play again. It'll be the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Montreal Expos. Bob Welch will be going for the Dodgers, and Bryn Smith will be going for the Expos. It will be inside pitch on Wednesday night as we get ready for the pennant race. The pennant race is ready. 1 month left in the 83 regular season. And we started off with the Dodgers and the Expos. That will be Wednesday here on the network. No game tomorrow night. Standings, of course, will be placed into the Facebook group that you see in the comments. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Orioles with a 6-2 lead here. Ernie Witt will lead off for the Blue Jays, and he is 0 for 1 with a walk. Boddicker right now could probably go on cruise control. Boddicker had 10 complete games, so he started. So pretty much he was 10. He went 10 complete games, which is almost 50%. Trying to get the distance. Pitch from Boddicker, 52. That's a possible strikeout. The 18 says no. So now that's a possible error, a possible two-base error on the second baseman, and that is Dower. Dower did not make many errors. His error rating is a 2. He won't make one there. Dower's got it. They'll throw it over to first for out number 1. No problem for Dower. And now here's Barfield. Barfield 2 for 2, a single and a bomb. Boddicker, he'll pitch. 46, that's off the ballpark card, and that's an 18. That's going to be a hard hit, base hit into center field. Barfield's got to try. He's going to try to stretch the single into a double, and he's going to try for second. Center fielder for the Orioles is Bunbury. His assist rating is a 2. That's a 4. Barfield will get to second base. He took a chance on that, but he will go ahead and get there. He was a slow runner too, but he gets it. So that's going to be a double for Barfield. Barfield now a triple short of the cycle. So that's going to be a double for Barfield. And that brings the tying run to the plate in Orge. Orge is 0 for 2. Barfield on at second, 1 out. Took a chance, but maybe trying to get the Blue Jays, maybe something to cheer about. Boddicker will pitch. 31, that's a range play, and that's going to be hit to pass first base, and that is Murray. Murray was excellent. His range was a 17. That's a 13. He's going to make the play. He's going to make the play. Barfield will move over to third for out number 2. A good range play. Boddicker comes over, actually, and that'll be tossed over to him by Murray, and that is out number 2. Barfield does go to third. So we'll ground out to first, and now the chance is Griffin. Griffin is 1 for 2 with a single. 2 men down. Barfield on at third. 6-2. Blue Jays got to try to get something. Boddicker will pitch. 33, it's a base hit for Griffin. The Blue Jays will get a run. Griffin hits one right past first base, and Griffin is safe, and it's now 6-3. So the Blue Jays now trying to maybe get back into this. Now 3 runs back, it'll bring up Collins. Collins 1 for 3. Now a 6-3 lead here as the Blue Jays trying to chip away. Boddicker looking in on Collins. Fans here at Exhibition hoping for a hit. Pitch from Boddicker, 44, and that's exactly what they're going to get. It's going to be a base hit. It's going to be a base hit to left field. Griffin will hold at second, and now the tying run coming to the plate. Single by Collins. And here comes Mullenix. Mullenix did have 10 home runs. He can hit for power lightly. He is 1 for 3. A big chance here for the Blue Jays. 6-3 now. Griffin on at second. Collins on at first. Boddicker looking in on Mullenix. The fans are loud, waving their cell phones, hoping they... Oh, it's 83. Boddicker will pitch. 22, and he walked him. He walked Mullenix, and now the bases are loaded. And here comes Mosby. Mosby is 0 for 3. He can definitely hit one out. Has a .315 batting average. He's definitely going to hit. So now bases are loaded here at Exhibition Stadium. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. 6-3 O's. But a big chance here for the Blue Jays. They're going to stick with Boddicker here. They're going to let him pitch to Mosby. Fans, look here. Maybe bring in Palmer. Boddicker looking in on Mosby. The fans are they're gonna stick with Boddicker. Mosby's gonna try to get this, ready to get a big hit. Fans are loud. Boddicker will deal. 31. It's a range play, and that is gonna be, that's a 20, and that's gonna be a range play right past the pitcher. Boddicker's range is a 20, and that's gonna be automatic. It's a range play against Boddicker. Boddicker's got it, picks it up, throws to first, inning over. Stadium barfs. Yeah. A 20 is a line out, and the 1 is a white die, and that's the pitcher. So I went ahead and did a range play right to Boddicker, and Boddicker makes the play and ends the inning. Wow. 6-3 after 7. One run on 3 hits and a walk. A big chance for the Blue Jays goes by the board, but they do get 1 run. Boddicker has a range of 20, which means he will always make every range play that's hit to him. We go to the top of the 8th. And leading off for the Orioles will be Ken Singleton. I understand, WWG. You're not wrong in thinking that. You're not wrong in thinking that. And yes, inside pitch doesn't have that. Probably what it was is probably Boddicker had a 1,000 fielding percentage, which means everything that was hit to him, he got it. So that's probably the reason why he has the 20. He also didn't make hardly any errors. He has an error rating of 17, and he has a strong arm. I understand what you're saying, WWG. That's just the rules of this game. Top of the 8th, 6-3 Orioles. Ken Singleton leads off. Joey McLaughlin's going to stay on the mound, and he'll pitch to Singleton. Pitch on the way. 13, a walk, 1-4. That's a 9. That's going to be a fly out to right, and that'll be Jesse Barfield making the play, and that's the first out. Here comes Dower. Dower is 0 for 3. McLaughlin, he'll pitch. 46, that is off the ballpark card. That is a 9, and that's going to be a foul ball, and into the stands it goes. They'll do it again. Strike 1. McLaughlin, 66. 1-17 is a double. That's a 14, and Dower will reach second base. So Dower gets a 2-bagger. That's his first hit of the ball game, and it will bring up Cruz. Dower on at second, and Cruz is 0 for 3. McLaughlin trying to keep the game where it is here. If he gives up a run, I'll take him out. Top of the 8th, 6-3. McLaughlin will pitch. He is an A pitcher, by the way. 42, and that's ball 4. He'll walk Cruz. And now runners at first and second for Dempsey. Dempsey is 0 for 3, but he reached on an error his last time up. Dower on at second, Cruz on at first. McLaughlin will deal. 31, that's a range play, and that's going to be a range play to short, and that ball is hit to Griffin. He wasn't too bad. His range is a 9, but that's a 16, and that's going to be a base hit. It'll be a one-base single. Texas League single, and the runners will move up with only one out. It's only a one-base single. So now the bases are loaded as Dempsey gets a hit. And now here's Bunbury. Bunbury is 1 for 4. He's got a double. And McLaughlin, he is coming out. So McLaughlin's going to come out of the game. The Blue Jays have seen enough. And they're going to call the infield in as well. They don't want to give up any more runs. We'll see a new pitcher for the Blue Jays. And it is going to be Dave Giesel. No wins, 3 losses, 5 saves. Giesel coming out there to face the lefty. So here comes Dave Giesel. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And he is going to be a C pitcher. So Giesel will be a C pitcher here, and Bunbury is the batter. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. Top of the 8th. 6-3 Orioles. The Orioles historically won this game 10-2. Bunbury does have a light home run power. Giesel will pitch. 55, and that is a 12, and that's going to be a single. He'll bring in a run. And that's going to be a base hit to left field. And let's see. We know Dower will score. Cruz, second to hold, fast advance. A slow or average runner holds, but with 2 outs, it's an assist. He's going to hold since there's only nobody out, and the bases are still loaded, and it's now 7-3. Stadium groans. So the runners will move station to station on an RBI single by Bunbury. And now the batter is Dwyer. And Dwyer is 2 for 2, a single and a bomb. And he's walked twice. He has a 1,000 on-base percentage tonight. Bases are still loaded. But it is now 7-3 in favor of the O's. And they're keeping the infield in. They do not want to have any more runs. But here comes Dwyer. Giesel will go ahead and he'll pitch. 22, and he walked him, and a run will score. Cruz will come in to score. Dempsey and Bunbury will move to third and second. Dwyer takes first. It's now 8-3 Orioles, and now this game is beginning to mimic the actual game. Stadium groans. So Dwyer has walked 3 times, and he's 2 for 2. He's been on base all 5 times tonight. Bases are still loaded, and here comes Ripken. Ripken is 2 for 4, and now it's an 8-3 Orioles lead. Dave Giesel trying to get some outs here, but right now it looks like the Orioles are going to come away with a win tonight. Giesel will pitch. 11, and that's a base hit for Ripken. That'll be a single, and it's going to be a base hit to infield. So Dempsey it's going to be an infield single. So Dempsey will score. Bunbury and everybody will move up one base. That's going to be an infield single as an infielder gets right through there, and it's now 9-3 Orioles. And I think people are starting to head for the exits if they weren't heading for the exits already. Stadium groans. So bases are still loaded, and here comes Murray. Murray is 0 for 3 with a walk. Still no one out. Top of the 8th, now 9-3 Orioles. And I'm going to get the extra markers ready just in case. So Giesel will go ahead and pitch to Murray. Nobody out here. Giesel, he'll pitch. 42, and that it's going to be Wow, that's going to be a walk. That is ball 4, and another run will score, and that'll be it for Giesel. And there's your 10 runs for the Orioles. And right now, the dice are not being nice to the Blue Jays. Now a 10-3 game. There's your 10 runs. Stadium groans. Ugh. So Murray draws a walk. Bases are still loaded. That'll be it for Giesel. The Jays are going to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch now for the Blue Jays is going to be... They're going to go with Roy Lee Jackson. 8 wins, 3 losses, 7 saves, a 145 whip. And John Lowenstein will bat. And Jackson's going to be a C pitcher also. So the bullpen is definitely not in a good mood tonight. So here comes Roy Lee Jackson. Dwyer on at third, Ripken on at second, Murray on at first. Now 10-3 Orioles. Jackson will pitch. Lowenstein is 2 for 2, a home run and a single, and walked. Pitch, 23, swing and a miss, struck him out. He'll get Lowenstein. And finally, the Blue Jays record an out. Lowenstein will go down. 1 away, and here comes Singleton as the Orioles have batted around. Playoffs? 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 Are you kidding me? I just want to win a game. Playoffs? What? Playoffs? Still one of the greatest. I'm pretty sure Cutter Historical will agree that his Jim Morris rant is still one of the greatest rants of all time. Bases are still loaded, 1 out. Now the infield's going to play back and try to turn 2. And here's Singleton. He is 0 for 3, but got hit by a pitch. As the Orioles have batted around, now a 10-3 ball game. Jackson, he'll deal 55, and that's a 1-8. That's a 5, and Singleton is going to lace a hard hit double. Dwyer will score. Dwyer will score. Ripken will score. Will Murray score? That was a double to left field. First to home holds with 2 outs and assist. There's only 1 out. Murray will hold at third. Singleton holds at second. It's a 2 RBI double. It's 12-3 O's. Stadium groans. And people said that Fall Classic Baseball had mostly low-scoring games. That 12 proves otherwise. 12-3 now in favor of the Orioles. And runners at second and third. And here's Dower. And Dower is 1 for 4. So right now, Fall Classic is now saying, yes, this is how the game actually went. And pretty much it's right. Jackson will pitch to Dower, 1 out here, top of the 8th, 12-3. And the Blue Jays just can't get out of this inning. 16, that's going to be an out. That is going to be an out. It's going to be a fly out to center field. Runner on first, advance. Slow runner might get thrown out. Murray is an average runner, which means he will score, and it's now 13-3. So a sacrifice fly by Dower on a fly out to left. So that will bring in Murray. And now it's a 13-3 game in favor of the O's. Sometimes you get games like this. Does Fall Classic card everyone? Yes, they do. They do card everyone. Now a 13-3 game. And the next batter is Cruz, but now there are 2 outs. And Roy Lee Jackson just going to leave him out there and take one for the team. Cruz is 0 for 3 with a walk. Singleton stays at second base. Jackson will pitch. 44, and it's still not done. That's going to be a base hit by Todd Cruz. That's a single, and it's going to be a base hit to center field. Second to home, a weak arm advances. Center fielder for the Blue Jays is Mosby. He has a strong arm, and they got an average or strong arm risk. Singleton is a slow runner. Center fielder Mosby has a strong arm, and Singleton's going to hold at third. But Cruz does get a base hit to keep the inning going. So another single, and here comes Dempsey. Yes, they do give you the PDF with the printed set. They do card everyone, but just like Inside Pitch, if you need a player that was not carded with the printed set, you can go ahead and print the PDF on it, and that's fine by me. I have no problem with that. Here's Dempsey. Dempsey up for the second time, and he is 1 for 4, a single, and reached on an error. As World War Gamer says, raise the red flag. 13-3. Roy Lee Jackson is just going to stay out there and take it for the team. Jackson will pitch to Dempsey. And that's a 21, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Blue Jays are finally out of the inning. 7 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. 1, 2, 3 walks, 1 sacrifice fly. And the Orioles have a 13-3 lead here after 8. Or actually going to the bottom of the 8th. As the Baltimore Orioles sent 13 men to the plate. Boddicker shaking off the rust a little bit. He was sitting on the bench for a long time in that inning. Willie Upshaw leads off for the Blue Jays. Now we'll see if the Blue Jays can maybe make a comeback. Upshaw is 0 for 3. Boddicker on cruise control. Boddicker, 42, and that is going to be an out. And it's going to be popped up. That's going to be a pop-up right behind the plate, as a matter of fact. And that is going to be Dempsey. And he'll make the catch in foul territory. That's out number 1. Here comes Orta. Orta's 0 for 3. Boddicker. 31, that's a range play, and that's going to go to short. Range play, Ripken. His range is a 12. That's a 16. I didn't use that. Actually, no, I do. I will use that. His range is a 12. That is a 12. He's got it. He'll pick it up. Throw to first for the out. 2 down. That'll be a grounder to short. And now here's Witt. I got to remember, I really got to re-roll that on every time that comes up. Here's Witt. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Boddicker will pitch. 65, that's a possible home run. 1-5, that's a 3. Wow. And Witt has no adjustment. So Witt is going to hit one out. Kaboom. High, deep, gone. Home run, Ernie Witt. Witt goes ahead and hits a bomb, and it's now 13-4. Stadium cheers, the fans that are left. Yay. So Witt will go ahead and hit a bomb, and now it's 13-4. Here come the Blue Jays. And the next batter is Barfield. Barfield needs a triple for the cycle. So he has a single, a double, and a bomb. Jesse Barfield needs a triple for the cycle. He can get one. Boddicker looking in on Barfield. Boddicker is now tired. If he gives up another hit, his A rating becomes a B rating. So Boddicker will pitch to Barfield here. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Here comes the pitch from Boddicker. 42, and that is going to be an out. It'll be a grounder to short. That'll be handled by Ripken. Ripken will get to this one, and he'll make the play to first and retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit, a solo bomb by Ernie Witt, and it's now 13-4 after 8. We'll go to the 9th. Top of the order for the Orioles. Here's Al Bumbry. Jackson coming out of the game. The Jays are just going to bring out somebody just to get some innings in. And they're going to go with Randy Moffett. 6 wins, 2 losses, 10 saves, a 133 whip. And Randy Moffitt's going to be a C pitcher as well. Wow, the bullpen just not doing the Jays any favors tonight. So Randy Moffett will come on to pitch to Al Bumbry here to start the top of the 9th. 13-4, Moffett will deal 32, and that's going to be an out. It's going to be a fly ball to right field, and getting there is Barfield, and he'll make the play for out number 1. Here comes Hairdwyer, and he is 2 for 2, a single and a bomb, and he's walked 3 times. Dwyer has been on base. He is 5 for 5 on base percentage. Pitch from Moffett, 53. That 13 a possible strikeout. It is not. That is a range play now, and that is a range play to left field. Going after that is Collins. His range was pretty good. His range was a 14. And he's got it. 2 outs. Nice play by Collins. And that's a fly out to left. 2 down. And now here's Ripken. Ripken is 3 for 5, 3 singles tonight. Dice Baseball Digest joins us here. Tony Porter at Exhibition Stadium. Moffett will go ahead and pitch. Moffett, 25, and that's going to be an out, and it's going to be a ground ball to third. Easy pickup by Mullenix, throws to first, and that is a 1-2-3 inning. But the Orioles have a 13-4 lead here. So will we see a 9th inning miracle? Boddicker is still an A pitcher. He has not given up a run since he's now past his fatigue result. Garth Orge leads off for the Blue Jays. He'll bat. Boddicker is going to stay out there. He's got 10 complete games, and you got a 9-run lead. He should be able to get it. Boddicker will go ahead and pitch to Orge. He's still an A pitcher until he gives up a base runner. Boddicker, 32, and that's going to be an out. It's a fly ball to left field, and Lowenstein will make that play, and that's out number 1. I really do like the mods you use there, Tony Porter, for this game. It makes it, in my opinion, even more playable. Here's Griffin. Griffin is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Boddicker, he'll pitch. 51. That 14 is not going to be a strikeout. It's now going to be a possible error, and that's going to be off the second base exotic chart. So the ball is hit to second. That's Rich Dower. Dower did not make many errors. His error rating is a 2. He won't make it. Dower's got it easily. Throws to first, out number 2. Ground out to second. And now the last chance for the Blue Jays will be Dave Collins. Collins is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Boddicker trying to go the distance, and why not? You got a 13-4 lead. The Orioles historically won this game 10-2. Boddicker will go ahead and pitch to Collins. 24, hit by pitch 1-3. That's a 7. It's no. It's going to be a fly ball to left field. And John Lowenstein's going to come in a little bit, puts out his glove, blop, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Orioles go ahead and absolutely obliterate the Blue Jays tonight, 13-4. Stadium groans. Mike Boddicker will go the distance and get the win and get the complete game. And the Blue Jays take a hard 13-4 loss. The Orioles will now go to 81-48, which will pretty much guarantee them a winning season, and one more win will qualify them for the playoffs. The Blue Jays now drop to 74-60. They still got plenty of time yet. They got one more month. Final line score coming up. For the Orioles, 13 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error. And they actually did have 13 hits in the game historically. The Blue Jays, 4 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher, of course, is Mike Boddicker. He goes the distance. Losing pitcher is Jim Gott in a tough loss tonight, as the Orioles will take a 13-4 win here at Exhibition Stadium. Hope you enjoyed that game. We are not done. 10-minute ticker is next. Well, the historical score was 10-2, and Fall Classic absolutely agreed with it, pretty much. As they pretty much agreed with that score. And 13-4 is actually pretty close enough for me, as the game pretty much went the way it was supposed to. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Orioles go ahead and take care of business against the Blue Jays, 13-4. Let's now end the month of August. August 31st, Cleveland at California. Indians, 861, that is 6. Angels, 1152, and that is also 6. They'll go to extras for that one. Let's see. Cleveland rolls a 4. -1 is 3. California rolls a 2. -2 is 0. And that is another win. That is another loss for the Angels, who were at 500 at one point, and now they're just free falling. Kansas City at the White Sox. Royals 556, and that is 5. White Sox 1862, and that is 8. It's a win for the Pale Hose. Rangers at the Tigers. Rangers -4, 56, that's 4. Tigers 822, that is 2. Believe it or not, the Rangers win this game. Yankees at Oakland. Yankees 14-16, and that is 2. Athletics 8-11, and that's 0. And the Orioles cannot gain a game on the Yanks. Milwaukee at Seattle. Brewers 14-12, that's 1. Mariners 7-13, that's 1, and they're going to extras as well. Milwaukee rolls a 6 +0. Seattle rolls a 2 +0, and that will be a win for the Brew Crew. Cardinals and the Braves. Cardinals 10-41, and that's 4. Atlanta 14-25, and that's 3. The Redbirds get a win. Cubs and the Reds. Cubs 16-22, that's 3. Reds 10-31, and that is 3. And they're going to extras. Let's see here. Cubs roll a 4. -2 is 2. Reds roll a 2. +1 is 3. That game belongs to the Reds. Pirates and the Astros. The Astros are above 500. They got very hot. They're now 1 game above 500. The Astros are back in this race. Pirates 753, and that is 5. Astros 5-14, and that is 1. And of course, as soon as I say that, the Astros lose the ball game. Giants and the Expos. Giants 836, and that's 4. Expos 1034, that is also 4, and they're going to go to extras. Giants roll a 2 plus 0. Expos roll a 1 and -2. That's going to be a win for the Giants. Dodgers and the Mets. Can my Mets get a win? Dodgers 956. That is 6. Mets 433, and that is 3. And my Mets in 1983 are absolute garbage. And by the way, the Mets are now officially eliminated. They have now, let's see, I believe they were officially eliminated. The Mets now had 81 losses before going into this game. They now have 82. They were officially eliminated from the postseason. They'll have to wait till the next season starting in July. Padres and Phillies. Padres and Phillies. Padres 6-11, and that's 0. Phillies 3-16, and that is 1. And the Phillies will beat the Padres. On to September 1st, Minnesota at Boston in a doubleheader. Twins 1935, that is 5. Red Sox 13-11, that's 0. The Twins take the first win. Twins 11-13, that is 1. Red Sox 11-36, and that is 4. They'll split the twin bill. Kansas City and the White Sox. Kansas City 645, that's 4. White Sox 12-22, that's 3. The Royals get a win. Texas at Detroit. Rangers 262, and that's 5. Tigers 936, and that is 4. Wow, Tigers have lost 2 tough games to the Rangers today. Yankees at Oakland. Yankees 15-13, and that is 2. Athletics 754, and that is 5. A win for the A's. Baltimore at Toronto. Can the Orioles get a game closer? Orioles 13-55, and that is 7. Blue Jays 15-66, that's 11. And the Orioles can't get any closer. Win for the Blue Jays. Cardinals and the Braves. Cardinals 654, that's 5. Atlanta 12-63, and that is 8. A win for the Bravos. Cubs and the Reds. Cubs 12-16, that's 2. Reds 842, that's 4. That game belongs to the Reds. Pirates and the Astros. Pirates 444, that's 4. Astros 723, that's 2. And as soon as I say the Astros are above 500, they now lose 2 games to go below 500. Dodgers and the Expos. Dodgers 343, and that is 3. Expos 1362, and that is 8. Another win for the Spos. Giants and the Phillies. Giants 416, that's 1. Phillies 335, and that is 3. Another win for the Phils. The Expos just cannot catch them. On to September 2nd, White Sox at Boston. White Sox 1321, and that is 3. Red Sox 1344, and that is 5. A win for the Bo Sox. Milwaukee at the Angels. Brewers 1362, and that's 8. Angels 1254, and that is 6. And when the Angels got to 500, they are now fading very fast. Baltimore at Minnesota. Orioles 21-11, that's 1. Twins 725, that's 3. Wow, the Twins will win the game. Cleveland at Oakland. Cleveland 11-12, and that is 1. Athletics 11-34, and that is 4. And the A's will get the win. Yankees at the Mariners. Yankees 963, that is 7. The M's 041, and that is 3. Another win for the Yanks. Tell you right now, even though the Orioles are hot and ready, I would not be surprised if the Yankees win this division. Kansas City at at Texas. Royals 223, that is 2. Rangers 623, and that is also 2. And they're going to extras. Kansas City rolls a 3, plus 3 is 6. Rangers roll a 5, minus 4 is 1. The Royals will get the win. Detroit at Toronto in a very big doubleheader. Big series there in the American League East. Game 1, Tigers 14-56, that is 7. Blue Jays 832, and that is 3. The Tigers win the first. Tigers 15-53, that is 6. Blue Jays 13-13, and that is 1. And the Tigers sweep the doubleheader. Pirates at the Braves. Pirates 11-66, that's 10. Atlanta 9-46, and that's 5. Raise the Jolly Roger. Astros and the Cubs. Astros 11-54, that is 6. Cubs 9-66, that is 10, and the Cubs will win. Dodgers and the Expos will have these two Wednesday night. Dodgers 333, and that's 3. Expos 643, and that is 4. Another win for the Spos. Padres and the Mets. Can my Mets get a win? Padres 522, and that is 2. Mets 534, and that is 3. And my Mets will get one happy recap tonight. Giants and the Phillies. Giants 225, that is 2. Phillies 12-14, that is also 2, and they're going to extras. Both teams roll a 3. San Francisco's a 0. Philadelphia is a 0. It's a tie, which means the Phillies will win by virtue of home field. Reds and the Cardinals. Reds 826, and that is 3. Cardinals 1533, and that is 4. And that will be a win for the Redbirds. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always Wednesday. No game tomorrow night. The 1983 pennant race will begin on Wednesday night with September 3rd. The Los Angeles Dodgers will take on the Montreal Expos. Bob Welch will be going for the Dodgers, and Bryn Smith will be going for the Expos. During the pennant race, I will always show you the standings before the start of the game so you can see what's up. And of course, I only show the standings of the teams that are really in it. So a big matchup on September 3rd, Dodgers, Cubs, the 83 pennant race is coming. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. And by the way, that Dodger Expo game will be inside pitch. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys Wednesday night. The Baltimore Orioles pretty much take the Bluebirds and hand them their own butts in their own nest. The Orioles destroy the Blue Jays tonight, 13-4. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a good one.